Hey everyone, good evening. Welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. I don't know if you're watching this live or maybe you're watching it later, but welcome back. I've really been enjoying doing these live videos. And I don't know that they're going to be every day because we have artistic roller skating like tonight. It's super late, it's 8:30, which is pretty late for us. But I wanted to hop on because I've got some cool stuff to tell you about and things that are going on. And also some updates, and I wanted to play around with dyes a little bit more. So welcome everyone who is hopping on live with me. My hair's a complete mess. We were at the roller skating rink and it's so cold in there. So I have like my cap, my hoodie, like I bundle myself up in there. But anyway, so welcome everyone who's hopping on with me live. So tonight we're going to be talking about dyes. So I actually found this box, which is most of, it's not every Maker Forte dye, but there's a lot of them. So I thought we could hop on. Hey Lola, long time no see. And we could talk about dyes and tips, tricks, ideas, those kinds of things. And then a couple of other things I want to go through as well. I also found some other cool stuff. So I have everything here. Hello, everyone. So I wanted to first of all thank everyone who sent me an email, everyone who's placed an order. I think I have 9 orders left to pack, but everyone else is either shipped out or they're ready to ship out in the morning. Everything's picked and done and everything. So, it's been a hot minute. So you may or may not have seen my previous videos about what happened and where I've been and all that stuff. But someone actually, it was an interesting email I got last night, I think. Maybe I read it this morning. I don't know. But anyway, someone sent me an email here and they said, it's okay to not be okay, which was interesting because I've been loving doing this, like loving being back. As you know, I started like the mini store not to destash. It's everything in it is brand new. But like when I packed, I just grabbed stuff, like whatever I could grab because I was not in the mind of thinking and putting everything together. And anyway, so I've been really enjoying it and doing the little packages and writing you all cards and like kind of getting back to just the basics like it used to be back in the original days. But anyway, she said it's okay to not be okay. And I was really not okay in the moment that I read it. So thank you for sending that email, because I will just rant for a second and then we're going to dive into dyes, I promise. I had 2 people message me about 2 different things. One was that, basically it's 2 people in this world who have spies, I guess you would call them, here in the videos, and they report back on what we're talking about and what we're doing in these videos. One reports back to Greg, which I find hilarious. It's actually someone who works with his girlfriend, and she calls them and tells them if we talk about Greg, and they all sit and watch it together. And the other one is someone who's reporting back to my mom, and lots of you know how I feel about that. So if you're reporting back, hi, have fun. Nothing's going to change. But I was having a moment because it kind of just rocked me of like, 1, why do they care? But 2, like, do I have to consider and think about what I say? And I've decided that no, I don't. This is my channel and I built it and you're my followers and I'm a little bit protective of this space. It actually was in the divorce agreement that this was mine and this was my space, the YouTube channel specifically. So anyway, rant over. But thank you all for your emails. If you do want to get in touch, I did put the mini store link down below, my Instagram and my email address. So you can always get in touch with me. So anyway, so I grabbed out some Maker Forte dyes. I see some questions already coming in on the dye stuff. What die cut does everyone machine? So I'm going to use tonight my diamond press. Now, the reason I'm using this is because it's really nice. It fits on my desktop. It's small, and I really like it. Now, I know there is an amazing person. She may or may not be on this live, but she's sending me the new Spellbinders machine to try with the embossing plates in them. But I do have my Sizzix switch back there, and I still have a Gemini back there. So they all have their pros and cons. The reason I kept my Gemini was because I have the Gemini hot foil press, or whatever they call it. And the reason I kept the Sizzix switch is because it always used to be my favorite die cutting machine. So I have 3 die cutting machines. So I'm probably not a good person to ask because I guess I can't figure my life out with terms of die cutting machines. How do I organize my dies and stamps? Okay, well, right now, stamps have no organization. You see like the mess that's behind me. But right now I'm just trying to like figure out what I'm keeping, what I'm doing, what we're going to do with the channel. All those kinds of things. And we've got some really super exciting things coming. So stay tuned. But also I did find some duplicates of dies. So there are some Maker Forte dies, brand new, never used. Tilly went through and made sure every envelope was complete and good. So we know that they're full sets and everything, unless it mentions something specific, like there's one die that there's something missing, but it mentions, and you can still use it just fine. So if you want any of, I don't know who they are, Polly. All I know is, I'll come back to this. So, yeah, so there's dies in this mini store. So hedgehoghollowstore.com. There are some Maker Forte dies. There's some of the silhouettes. There's some of the stacked stuff. I know Tilly did everything. The layering dies. Like Tilly was amazing. So she was a real little trooper. The mini Anna Griffin, I haven't seen that one. And I don't even know what an intercut is. Someone also offered me a to-do machine. And I had to go and Google it. Like that's how out of touch I am with this stuff. But if anybody is local to me, so I live in Lakewood Ranch near Sarasota in Florida. If anyone wants a Gemini machine, you would have to buy the plates. I have some I can give you because I was given some when I was teaching and I don't want them anymore. And I don't know what to do with them. And I don't want to really sell them and box them and everything. And you've got to buy the plates and all that stuff. So it doesn't really work out cost effective. But if you want one, contact me. My email's down below. I'll happily give you one. Okay, so Molly said, block those people. We were raised differently, cannot say anything nice, don't say anything at all. I was proved in the closet. So that's the problem. I don't know who. Someone emailed me and they told me that, by the way, this goes on, you should know, on both counts. And so I have no clue who these people are. But I thought I don't know. I guess now I should really just laugh at it. At the time, it really hurt me. I was kind of upset. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore. And I kind of thought about not doing it. And like, I go from like huge euphoria of loving doing this. And I always love doing it. So like, am I doing the right thing? What am I doing? Is someone going to get mad? Am I going to get in trouble? All those things. I don't know. But on a side note, I also found, so my lovely Tilly went through, and these are well, some of them are complete sets, but we don't have packaging. There were things like I used in classes or online and just didn't keep the packaging. And other ones are like there's the U, but not the outline for it. So if anyone needs some stash stuff and they don't have crafty budget, I would be more than happy to send you this bag if you don't have any dies. So I can share it around with people. Okay. And then the other cool thing I found was all my unreleased dies. So amazing what happens when you start actually unpacking your house after 2 years. I think we released this die. One of our followers will have to tell us, but I think we released this one. I just don't remember. And then I found all kinds of other cool things in here, like gatefolds and stuff to do pop-ups and scenes, other butterflies. So I don't know. Maybe we can do something with these at some point. I don't know. But like all that kind of stuff is in here. Yes, Teddy Bear. Have you done your chores?
I could put the washing.
So she's working on chores. Okay. So the other reason I like the diamond press is because I used to love these dies, Pam. Honestly, I absolutely love these dies. And I'm really excited that we found some, we got to list some. So if you were like missing one from the set or you want some dies, they're like super cheap. I put like sets of stacked circles and stacked slim lines. Yes, Teddy.
Do you know what a washing basket is for the stuff in the dryer?
You have to use one in the hallway.
Is the blue one?
Everything in the hallway is clean. Yeah. So yeah, like stack dies, like full sets for like $10 or something. So really good. I know you do, Pam. I know you do. So this was Love Potion. So this layered up to create a super cool thing. But I want to kind of give you just some ideas with dies and some tips and tricks, because lots of people are asking, they're like, I went through all the old comments, like things that I haven't seen or responded to. People are like, okay, what do I do with die cuts? Give me some ideas, ways to use them, all those kinds of things. And for those of you who haven't seen one of my recent videos, I don't have a phone stand yet. I ordered one, but I cancelled Amazon Prime, so everything takes forever to get here. And the reason I canceled Amazon Prime was because we all ordered too much on Amazon, so I was trying to save money. But this is a super intricate die. But the reason I like the diamond press, so this piece of cardstock is kind of small. So if I got a bigger one, let's see what's in here. Hang on. All right. So here's a bigger piece. Let's grab some tape. Oh, thanks, Terry. What?
Teddy?
No, I said Terry.
Oh. What do I have to do next?
Did you do the outside stuff and the trash? Thank you. So she's desperate to pack orders. So I told her if she does her chores, she can help me pack some orders before bed, because it's kind of bedtime. But anyway. So let me tip this down so you guys can see. So die, cardstock, and the folder's so easy. Like I don't have to worry about a sandwich or anything like that. And then I just put it straight through, and that's it. But that's why I really love the diamond press, because it's just so easy. I got everything. So it gives you a really good impression too on here. Hey, Annie. All right, so the other thing. So look how easy, but that's like a super intricate die cut. Where's that piece of black I had a second ago? I'm trying to keep this like tidy and organized. So this is a super intricate die cut, but the diamond press just cuts it perfectly. The other thing is, now I'll take some credit for that, because the dies that we have a special coating on so that they release everything really nicely and cut it. That's why they're black. I could pick any color, but as you all know, black, white, and pink are my colors. And so I did that. And then, yes, Tilly, you haven't done the trash in my office. You haven't done the trash in the kitchen.
So I do all the trash, and then I do all the in things?
Yeah. And then I just take my little magic wand and clean it out. Now, if you have issues with a die cutting, ooh, my magic wand is not very well. I need a new one. But you see how easy? There was only a tiny little bit in there. Everything else just either falls out or you can tap it out. It's just those little bits in the wings, those tiny ones, that I had to tap out. But you can see you get a really nice crisp image. So with dies, what can I do with them other than the obvious? So this one is part of a set. So some of them you can layer up. Like this creates a 3D card. You can do it in different colors. You can use them like a stencil. So you can take this and then you can use it as a stencil mask, and whatever colors you put over it. Of course, you can color the cardstock and then have the two things. We can add double-sided adhesive and you can foil on it. You could put this through a texture plate and you could texture it. You could, let's see, what else can we do with them? so we've had that, we've used that, we can foil them, we can glitter them, you can use embossing powder on them, you can use spritzes and sprays on them, you can use them like a mask and then use them again afterwards. We can emboss them. What else can we do? Trying to think. Glitter, kaleidoscope powders. You can also, if you do clay work, you can use them like an embossing folder. You also can use this like an embossing folder. It doesn't work so well in the diamond press, but if you had, because you kind of need a rubber mat, maybe I can make it work. You really need a rubber mat. I don't think it's going to work with the diamond press, but it will work with the Switch and the Gemini if you have the I mean everyone's emails. Yeah, if you have the rubber mat, I'm going to try, but I don't think without the rubber it will work. Oh, actually, it kind of does. I don't know if you can see that. You can't really. Yeah, if I catch the light, can you kind of see? It gives like a little bit. It's not super strong though. Maybe if we did it with. I have some foam here, like thin craft foam. I'm wondering if that would be enough. Can I use the brush on the dies? It will not damage the coating. I cannot ever think of a time when I managed to remove the coating. Like it's, I can't remember what process they used. I used to know. It wasn't like electroplating. But anyway, it's not sprayed on. It's not like a spray paint. You really can't take that coating off. Okay. So let's see if this sandwich works if you have a diamond press. Because maybe you can emboss. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I am happy. We're slowly getting back. Okay, that's the way to do it. Look at this. This worked. Can you see? Yeah, if I catch the light, you can see. You get a really nice debossed image. So my sandwich for doing that, if you have a diamond press, it also embossed it very prettily on my piece of foam. I don't know what we could do with that, but I'm sure there's something that we could kind of make it that would be cool. But what I did was I did foam, cardstock, die cut, and then just another piece of cardstock on top. That was my sandwich. And then so you can do it in the diamond press too, which is kind of cool. And actually impressed on the diamond on the foam. You see it impressed both sides. So you could use parts of that in your image as well. So I don't know, lots of cool things you can do. So that's the really nice thing about die. So people don't think about die when people, hey Melissa, when we get die cuts, we just think, oh, I'm going to cut out this shape, and that's really cool. So you know, you get the high, or you get you, or you get what else do we have in here? There's some cool ones in here. So like we have like best wishes day. So you can do things like this. You can, you know, we have background dies. That's another background die. This is a 3D card. This Find Your Compass. This creates a really pretty mask too. So there you go. You could turn it into a stamp. So if you die cut your foam, like your craft foam, you can turn it, your foam, you can turn it into a stamp. If you can emboss the image. You can go over the top with ink and alter it, or add embossing powder, add glitter, or add foil with adhesive. You could use it like a mask and put paste through it onto your bottom card, and then put the die cut over the top and lift it up a little bit and then look through it. You can spritz through them. You can use them as altered pieces and just like use a little bit of it. Or you could even just cut out some of these center pieces. You know, like those birds in there, and use that too. So there's tons and tons of different ways to use dies. So when you get dies, don't just think, oh, I'm going to cut this best out. Think of it like, oh, I can create layered die cut. You can cut two of something. You cut another one of these. And it's not too hard to crank this one either. That's another thing I like about it. Okay, so we'll just poke this one out. So I give it a tap. Then we'll grab our, what's the wrong end? Rainbow tool. No picking or weeding. Like, how nice is that? This little bit's left in here. Okay. Rainbow tool, you'll go into rainbow tool heaven. Will serve me well. But we need one where the pokey bit doesn't fall out. It's not really going to pokey tool heaven. It's going to go to super glue. What's the store address? It's hedgehoghollowstore.com. It's also in the description, as is my email and my new Instagram, because I don't have access. We're trying to figure out if I can get back into the Hedgehog Hollow Instagram. I still have Facebook page access, and I haven't quite figured out, because we have 2 pages, Hedgehog Hollow and Maker Forte, what we're going to do with those, but figure that out. I can see this one. So super easy to clean. Yeah, some pokey tool surgery will go on. But you all know that by the next live, it will not be then. So, would it cut acetate or plastic? I don't know. I don't have any acetate here. Probably something thin, like an overhead thin acetate, but not something thick. These dies will cut thicker plastic, but you probably need the pressure of like a switch or something like that. I would think. But I don't have anything we can test on that one. So the other thing you can do is you can shadow your own dies. So if you cut it in 2 different colors like this is the same die. And when you go to glue it, I'm talking like, I would say a millimeter. But you see how that suddenly would pop on a card page just by moving it that tiny little bit. It gives it that little bit of shadow, or even the other way around. So you can go from this to this. And it makes a big difference. Just adding that little bit of drop shadow. And you can do that with words, you can do it with shapes, you can do it with anything. So there are tons and tons of different ways to use die cut. So if you have dies sitting in the drawer, grab them out, grab out some different colored cardstocks, try doing the drop shadow, grab out some double-sided adhesive, try foiling them like we did yesterday. I have like the little high we did. This was the base for the high. Oh, by the way, all the Maker Forte foils sold out. That's crazy. Try doing that. Try adding embossing powder. Put your clear ink on, add embossing powder. Try stenciling them using them like a mask. Try, you can use a few, like if you have high, put the highs all over and go over it with ink and turn it into a background. Like basically make your own stencil. And then those highs that you've colored, maybe you did like a cute ombre or something, those highs are all going to be colored and you can use them on another project. You can spritz them. You can use them like a mask. And then the one, you know, if you have those oxide spritzers or the distress spritzers, whatever they're called now, spritz over them. And then just once you're done, you've used the cute mask, you also have a really nice piece of ephemera that you can use on there as well. So I am challenging you to go and grab some dies from your stash. And if you don't have dies, I did list some of these, or if you were missing a Maker Forte one there, I added them in. I'll put that over there for now. So I challenge you to go and grab your dies and use them in a way you haven't used them. So whether you do a drop shadow, whether you do the dry embossing, whether you do glitter, embossing powder, foil, whatever it happens to be, do something that you don't normally do with your dies. And then either tag me, L1FE in Wonderland on Instagram, or if you do a story, I'll repost your story and we can all kind of see how each other are using them. We also have the Maker Forte group still, the Crafter Party on Facebook. At some point, I'll rename it and things, but it's still there for right now. So go post them and show me how you are using your dies differently. So that's the whole thing, is we're going to be stretching our supplies because I'm on a buying freeze. So stuff we've already got, and I want to see what you're all up to. So I'm going to go unpack the orders we've got for dies and foils from like the last 24 hours. Actually, I did lots before I went to work today, but we got a few, and Tilly's desperate to do some. So I'm going to go do those with her, and make sure you tag me, make sure you post it. I want to see what you all are up to in terms of using your dies in different ways. And drop me a comment down below of how or what you'd like to see in future videos. So maybe ways to stretch embossing powders, or ways to stretch your stamps, or whatever it happens to be. Give me some ideas of what you'd like to see. And then we'll keep stretching our supplies and seeing what's going on. So join me soon for another live. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed seeing some different ways to use dies this evening. And I will see you in the next video. All right. Happy crafting, everyone. I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.